Hola Scorpio, how you doing? We're gonna jump into a little strength weakness check-in of your situation at the moment. And right off the bat, I don't know what you started, what you manifested, but congratulations! Oh, this is exciting. So you have both the Fool and the Magician, which are sequential. So you have started something that you are, and okay, so either you have manifested this new beginning, or you started a new adventure and you're manifesting something to deepen this new venture that you are taking a leap of faith in. On the weaker side though, you might feel a little immature, a little out of place, out of comfort. Maybe this is not your comfort zone so much, but you are very curious. Although this is your weak side. So are you curious enough? Are you dedicated enough? And what is up with your silence, your secrets, or your intuition? We're gonna dive into that. We're gonna reveal all the mysteries and stuff. But first, thank you for being with me. Thank you for allowing me to read for you and your energy and your surrounding energies. So then, on the left side we have your strength. How to utilize your strength in this moment, first card, and where to harness more strength from. Oh, sorry. So then, you have been holding, or no, yeah, usually that's how, I'm sorry, I place them this way, the clarifying card to the right and the main on the left. So then, you have been holding on, you have been penny pinching, you have been very cautious of your spending, but also you have been potentially very cautious of your emotions and your words, whatever energy that you usually give out or dish out. You have kept that close to your heart, close to yourself. You have felt lonely, isolated. That is one thing that that really popped into my mind when I was shuffling your cards like 2 minutes ago. Something about isolation and loneliness, but like that there's like a specific expression about self-isolation, like not the COVID stuff, but you on your purpose, you felt like self-isolating yourself in this time for some reason. But anyway, that could have been also a source of strength, or how to utilize your strength because of this isolation. Maybe you have done some inner work on yourself to like address issues, leave stuff in the past, and be ready to start a new journey. And I'm saying leave stuff in the past because the Fool being a new cycle implicitly implies that there was a 21, the world, a closure, a cycle, a major cycle closing off, which is good. From that you have learned, you have gained experiences and knowledge and fortitude, assurance, or whatever, that you are ready to tackle whatever this new energy is peaking itself between the colossal mountain, because I'm really drawn into the way that sun is shining right behind the mountain here, this section here. It's really beautiful and really appealing me, and not just because it's the light point. If my attention would have, because in another read, for instance, I was really attracted to the character's backpack being, you know, that heavy trekking stuff. So my intuition is really pulling me towards that sun. And now the little bird that I just noticed, you are soaring towards the sun. There might be obstacles along the way, but you're confident, you're determined. Like, just look at the posture of the fool. He's like, I'm gonna bloody conquer this. And so from a standpoint of being isolated and alone and having to meticulously weigh every penny's worth of how much you are ready and able to give out in exchange of goods, like, I mean, the natural process of shopping. But the thing is, like, you really learned the worth and value of money and possession and the safety and security of your home that you are guarding. As we can see, his whole thing is behind him. And there is also this very heavy loneliness, and it's like cold, and you are sitting on your possession, but you kind of feel homeless because the home is behind him. But we are leaving this to tackle something new. This something new you could have manifested in the past, or you are using this new opportunity to manifest something that will double, triple, and quadruple this Four of Pentacles. Now then, from where you can source more strength, this is how to utilize. Take the courage to embrace this new journey, leap boldly into this new potential, be curious, but be cautious also in a way. But I'm gonna come back later to that. So where to harness more from, because I'm really curious about this card that was hidden, and it is the Magician and the Ten of Pentacles. So you do have a reliable source that you can depend upon. Normally this would be your family, your friends, but mostly your family, the legacy that you have built. So implying you do have enough savings in the bank to boldly step into this adventure, and but you are very cautious and rationalizing, yeah, like making rations of the funds and resources that you have, so that you don't spend in excess, which is very good, but you can utilize what you have to invest in this new opportunity, so you can manifest and grow more of it. And okay, so to give you a clear example, let's say you were jobless because the situation worldwide economically is like complete bullshit at the moment, but you find a new job and it's a waitress or a professional or something like that, and you have been money pinching and saving your savings and being keeping a very close eye on your finances, but you also have enough to, let's say, buy metal cap work boots or sneakers or the uniform or whatever is required in this new job, or maybe a training course or whatever, so that you do have that available budget to invest into this thing, so you can manifest an upgrade to your job. So you get that whatever item or course or skill qualification under your belt, and from that you put 1 and 1 together, and 3, 4, 5, exponentially you build and you grow your 4 into a 10, which is good because all of this is on your strength side. So you can utilize your ability to manage your finances to start something new, to grow that something new and manifest even more and more and more. So that is good. On the weakness side, we have, oh, okay, so you have been very cautious with your money because you were on the brink of a 5 of Pentacles, which directly follows the 4, and you wanted to avoid this complete lack and being thrown out and losing your house or your life or whatever it is that is your like, I can't say livelihood, but really where you live and your comfort and like the basic necessities. And so your weakness at this time is coming from the fear of lacking, and that is why you are holding on so tight to your budget and your finances. But okay, so with the Five of Pentacles, the key context here is that, one, there's always two people in this card normally, because it's also a card of loyalty. So you are loyal to people who depend upon you if you are the older person, or you all have somebody taking care of you if you are the younger person. And also these two people are just on the other side of a church, so they can go either left or right, and like outside of the card, to find the church's door, to knock on the door and ask for help. So then if you do have such a community around you that you can ask a little bit of help from, please do not hesitate. But it's also a weakness of yours that you feel immature and too young and too curious, or not curious enough, or like maybe you don't have enough drive, enough willpower, enough motivation to get out of your slump and your lack mentality to go fetch help, because it might bruise your ego, which I completely understand. But sometimes we really need to like get into gears and get things going, especially asking for help. You do have this beautiful opportunity on your strength side, so we need to balance that on your weakness side to address this, again, sense of loneliness. And it's interesting because on one card it's winter and night, and the other one is midday in the desert, but it's both of them are pretty harsh conditions in which you are living or in the state of at the moment, and you need to bring a balance to find this comfort that we have in the Magician card. And we imagine that he is potentially in the Ten of Pentacles house, like view from outside, view from inside. So then on your weakness side, are you also maybe projecting to the outside world this young, fresh, naive, curious, excited energy, whereas deep inside you are feeling abandoned and lacking, cold, desolate, and just miserable? Because if such is the case, you need to drop the mask and admit of how things really are, so that people can really help you. Now then, that's my dog. How to tackle the challenges from your weak side is your... Oh my lord, what are they doing now? Oh, stop. Okay, Scorpio. Sorry for the absolute weird ass disturbance. I'm not going into details, just sorry for that. So then, we were in your weak spot or weak zone. Those are the puppies. Where it's stemming from and how to combat it. So, how to combat your weakness is be more vigilant, more aware, more cautious, but really self-aware of your intuition and what information you are taking away from things and what information you are leaving or giving out or dispensing. And by that I mean considering that you have this lack mentality or fear of loss, my apologies, Scorpio, really, I'm so sorry, this is like a whole lot of upheaval, like oh Lord. Concerning your lack mentality or your fear of lack and being destitute and abandoned and resourceless, and your potential lack of motivation and curiosity and drive to get things done, or like a re-emergence of it, but it's at the infancy yet, be cautious of what information you are taking in from your own intuition, but other resources, for instance my tarot read, or others if you are so inclined to watch this type of content on YouTube or elsewhere. Be cautious and aware of what information you let out to others in your vicinity, in your family, in your friend circle. And be cautious of your own intuition. As a water sign, you are highly in tune with your emotions and your intuition. But if you are feeding the same constant source of information, or what we call an echo chamber in today's language, you are potentially falsifying or working against, or sort of like feeding your own personal algorithm a certain set of biases that will get returned back to you, and so you have a false representation of the actual narrative that is happening. So we want to focus on the strength, the being cautious, and again cautious and cautious in this instance, but also beware of people who are trying to take away from you, because normally the Seven of Swords is lying, cheating, thieving, but because it's in your how to tackle your weakness position along with the High Priestess, I would say be aware of what information you are taking in or letting out. Be clever, be stealthy, be very analytical, very strategic in what you take in and what you let out. Be very, so yes, technically your intuition guides you and tells you what is what, but if you are in a position of, like I said, either feeding on echo chamber or having a distortion of your intuition with the Five of Pentacles and the Page of Wands, meaning like little information is coming in or coming through in the proper way, and so there could be like a game of telephone. The Five of Cards is a lack mentality or being thrown out, abandoned in the cold, but there is hope. Page of Wands being young and immature, he will get half of the information and relay it to you in a sneaky way, or just like dashing, and two people were evicted and it ends up with your intuition, holy shit, I'm in trouble, whereas the context, the story, the background is way more complex. So be hyper aware, cautious, and discerning of what information is coming in and going out from you and to you on all fronts. And I'm sorry this reading was so janky and weird and disrupted and noisy and yadla yadla. Hopefully the next one will be more in the standard way of how my reads are usually are. I hope this has helped in any capacity, and I hope to see you in a future video. Thank you, Scorpio, for hanging out with me. Catch you later and stay cautious.